Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? Well, I'm starting my Sunday morning with a little walk. I don't know how much I've shared, how much anxiety I have about being outside. I'm trying to get over it. So I'm taking an early morning walk. I don't even know if it's 7 o'clock yet, but I'm out here, y'all. I'm out here. There's so many beautiful flowers. Good morning, guys. I am up and just getting some Happy Mail packages ready to be delivered. It's Sunday morning and the walk was good, and now you can see anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I will be back hopefully to show you some of the things that I have been working on. Hey guys, I am just I hope you can hear me because I don't have the earbuds on, but I just wanted to pop in and say I'm working on a couple of things to get some Happy Mail packages out by the beginning of the week. I'm excited to do that. I think I'll be doing a little more sewing. I got some people reaching out to me. A couple of my Instagram buds have actually shared some bags that they've gotten from me, and other folks are interested in getting them. So, unfortunately, I do still have some of the fabric, so gonna be doing some cutting and sewing. I don't know how much more today, but definitely over the next week, I will be doing more of that, and hopefully getting my Sojo back and getting back into getting my Etsy shop updated with bags. But if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you have actually seen that my Etsy shop is updated with some really cool mugs, crochet and knitting themed mugs. So go over and check it out. I will link it down below. Okay, let me get back to work, and I'll talk to you guys later. Zoom church, guys.
'Cause all I want is
Hey guys, so church is over. We had a fantastic Zoom service, and I know everybody's churches are doing things differently. Some people are actually having the minister and even the worship team in the congregation or in the sanctuary or in the church itself, and they're just recording with no congregants, and then they live broadcast that. Well, what we're doing is everybody is on Zoom. We are on Facebook Live, and we're, I believe, live on YouTube, and you can see the whole service, but everybody is in their respective locations, and through the magic of I don't know what, post-production, through the magic of all the people who are talented enough to take care of the Zoom, we all get to enjoy it. So I just shared a little piece of the music with you before. Right after that, we had communion, and we had a message, and we had some more sharing. And then for us, afterwards, we did a virtual potluck where everybody in their respective homes got some food, and we went into breakout rooms, and so just a few people at each breakout room to sort of mimic after church, after service fellowship time. So I know, and for us, our little small group has potlucks once a month, so we just went ahead and did a virtual one, and it was actually pretty fun. A little bit of issues with technology for me, but other than that, it was a fantastic time. And so I just wanted to continue on with my videos for today and finish it up with sharing with you some of the things that I have made. And so I'm going to start with my works in progress. And I think the first thing I'm going to show you, I guess, I'll go ahead and start with my Lost in Time shawl. Can you guys see that? My 1-800-Z Touch Me button that I'm fortunate enough to have received from Zelda, or Zelda NRJ3, or as we all know her, Z. I'm lucky enough to have gotten one of those buttons when I met up with her and Seta. I put it on that bag, and in that bag is my Lost in Time shawl. This is a pattern by designer Joanna Lindahl, and you guys know that Christi and I, Christi from Crochet Creations by Christi, and I are doing a crochet along with this one, and it is going to end on June 30th, and we have had quite a few finishes pop up in the thread on Christi's page, which I will link down below so you guys can go over and see it. But people are finishing these things, and I'm making progress. I'm actually going to spend probably the rest of today working on mine, but it is my pattern's jacked up a little bit, but it's the Lost in Time shawl by Joanna Lindahl, and I printed it in black and white, so you can't really see the beauteousness of it. But if you just go and search for this pattern, you will see, or go on Christi's page, how beautiful this pattern comes out. And it, people are doing it with several different colors. Like Christi, she's got several different balls of yarn that she is using. I'm using the Loops and Threads Joy DK. I don't even know where my camera is. I've been looking over here, And I think the camera's, where's the camera? Oh yeah, the camera is over here. All right. Anyway, Joy DK by Loops and Threads. I don't know what that weirdness is right there. But anyway, in the colorway Wild Berry, this is a 100% acrylic, I believe, yarn. And there you go. I'm using that one for mine. And I finally finished it. If you watched Chris's and my live, Hook and Stitch Live with Kim and Chris, the last episode, I showed a little progress, but I've had a little more since then because I've been working on it today. And so here's mine. I did get through the first 26 rows. And if you have this pattern, which is, by the way, a free pattern, you know that you get through the first 26 rows and then you repeat from 15 to 26 until you get to the size that you want. And so I am into the second ball of yarn here, and then I have one more. So let's hope for the best and that this will come out to be a decent size. But I love how it's working out. I chose not to do different colors, but just to get a self-striping yarn because, you know, I talk about it all the time. I don't like to weave in ends. And so this is going to keep me from having to do that. So, but I like how it's coming out. And if you watched the last video, I showed that my Hobie yarn finally showed up, which is what I initially bought for this, but it just never showed up. So this is what it's gonna be. So yeah, I'm loving it. I am using my Furls hook, Furl Streamline wooden hooks, and I wanted to say, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, Rose from Rose Likes Crochet, but I haven't purchased I forgot what you call the heavier one. I have only purchased these wooden ones, and they are not heavy at all. I have the acrylic one too, not heavy at all. But for sure, these ones. Now, if you have a problem with just the way it's shaped, that's different. But if it's just the heaviness, Rose, try a wooden one and maybe you will like it if you feel like it's worth it. Anyway, I just wanted to say that because she has one of the more, she bought I think probably not the most expensive, but she bought the one that's metal with the colorful handle, like the purple handle metal, and she felt like it was too heavy for her. And I think if you would just try one of these, because this weighs much of nothing. And anyway, that's what I'm using with this. And I'm using for mine a G plus, which is the 4.5 millimeter. So that is my lost in time. The other thing that I have worked on, let's see, the other thing that I have worked on since we last talked about my project is my the Snorlax that I'm making for my son. It's one of the things that I wanted to finish for the month of May, and I still have an opportunity to get that done. We will see if I make it. But here, this is a pattern by, I think it's Shea Crochet. Shea Crochet, yeah. And I think it's a paid for pattern. I think I bought it off her Etsy shop. And yeah, sometimes you just have to pay for it if you really want it to look good. And there were a lot of Snorlax patterns, but this is the one that I settled on. And again, I did not print it out in color, but that's the Snorlax that I'm working on, and I am keeping it in my bag that I got from Diane from Lady Di Yarns, Rebel with the Cause. LadyDiYarns.com, fantastic. I think I got this I bought one of her clubs, and I got the yarn, and the bag was part of it. So I'm keeping my Snorlax in there. So basically you start making the bottom of the guy first. That's the bottom. And now I am on to the head. Now this has been sitting for a while. I started this a while ago, but it's one of my goals to finish for May. So I've been working on it. I worked on it most of the day yesterday. I got sidetracked. I was like, I'm going to spend lots of time crocheting. And then I ended up talking to my sister on the phone for quite a bit of time, which I always enjoy. our conversations, and so I didn't get as far. I really wanted to finish the head yesterday because I'm trying to see when do I start attaching. No, it looks like the way this is gonna work out is that we're gonna make the entire all the pieces, and then you get direction on how to assemble. I think at the very end. Yep, yep. You make the whole thing and then you assemble. Okay, so those are the two whips that I want to show you. Oh shoot, I forgot one of my whips. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Okay, so my last whip, it took me a minute to find it. I don't know what I was doing. Is another. If you follow me on Instagram, ooh, did you see this one yet? You may not have seen this one yet, but you've seen my FO. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this. But this one is a new tote bag that I started. So Rose from Rose Likes Crochet is doing a, I think I mentioned it. I know I mentioned it on the live. And when I posted on Instagram, I also talked about it. But Rose from Rose Likes Crochet is doing a year-long charity with an organization called Wings, and they help people who are escaping the domestic violence, whatever their domestic violence situation. They have shelters, they have support services, and they have all these things. And so every month, Rose is having a different focus and putting it out there for people to make things and donate to the cause. So, for instance, for Mother's Day, the call for April, I think, was for shawls, so that the shawls could be gifted to the women in the shelter. And so for this month and really throughout the rest of the year, the call was for tote bags that can be used as diaper bags. And so I decided to sort of come up with something on my own. And I watched some tutorials on how to do an oval type of base. And then I am using scrap yarns, but for the most part, the main part of the bottom is like this, and this is a Red Heart Super Saver, no, Red Heart Yarns, and I think it was called Evermore or something like that. And it's a self-striping, roving style, 100% acrylic yarn, and I'm holding it together with one other strand from a scrap. So from this, I'm holding in a green. But if you look, you can see where like that beige is a cotton that I held together. And down here is some Hirschner's. That beige is some Hirschner's scraps that I held together. And then there's a brown scrap that I held together with it. And so far I've used 2 balls of the Evermore, and then my next ball that I'm gonna add in, I don't know yet. I think it may be this one, and this is another number 5. I got this from the Hobby Lobby sale last summer, and I forgot. Let me see. Okay, so here's the label. It's Yarn Bee watercolor hues, and this one is called Cloudy Day. It is a number. Wow. Okay, a number. I had it upside down. I was like a number 9 bulky, no, number 6 bulky, and 100% acrylic. And I'm gonna be holding it together with more scraps. And it is not. It's more tightly woven than the other one. It's roving style as well, but it's definitely more tightly and it's woven and it's more ropey and probably gonna be less pilly. But I'll be holding that together. And this one I really tried. I'm really trying to use like the greens, browns, blues, creams, and then when I pull in this white at the top, I'm going to go ahead and unless I can find another ball of this, it's gonna be the white, I'm pretty sure, because I'm just really want to use up the yarns and create something pretty. I'm using the herringbone half double crochet. And it's such a cool stitch because it looks so different. I talked about this already, but it looks so different when you do it in a round as opposed to going back and forth and doing it flat. So that is the beginning of that. I am using a Gymongous hook. I think a 7mm hook on this one. And yeah, so that is that for that. So that's, and I'll show you my finished object so you can see sort of where it's gonna go. But I'm definitely making it up as I go along. And I made up the handles sort of loosely based on another tutorial, but I actually, what it is I thought I was following the tutorial, and I realized after I went back and watched the tutorial again I had done it differently, but some similar elements. So that is that for that. So those are all my WIPs, and now we are going to talk about some of my finishes. So the first things that I want to share with you is that I finally finished the Granny Rectangle Afghan. And if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you've already seen it. But I'm going to go ahead and insert some footage right in here so you can see what I've done. And then I'll come back and I'll at least hold up one part of that project, because I also finished a coordinating pillow, which is from this book right here. Now I'm trying to think, did I show this? I don't think I did. It's from this book right here, Modern Granny Square Crochet and More. And it's actually I followed the pattern for this cover pillow, this cover cushion. And I feel like I already showed you guys this. Maybe I showed it in the live, or I talked about it. I for sure posted it on Ella's page. I try to show different things where I'm posting. I'm trying not to just post the same thing over and over again. So I'm sorry if this is a repeat. But right in here, I'm going to show you some footage and a couple pictures of these two projects that I'm talking about. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is all finished. You can see my bobble edge. And you can see the coordinating pillow. And that's all the way to, I think, the top of it. Over and back down the side. So it's not perfect. It's definitely wonky, but I love it. So all done with this project. So now I'm going to show you the actual pillow. I have it here. I didn't bring the Afghan because it's huge, and sorry, I just dropped the book. It's easier for me to show it in the video. So it's not huge, it's just too hard for this space for me to show it and talk to you at the same time. So here's the pillow, and basically I just took the scraps of what I had left over from the Yarn Bee sugar wheel that the whole Afghan is made out of. So you see I didn't color control at all. You see it just fell wherever it fell, just like in the Afghan. And here on the back side of this is a 14-inch cushion, and on the back side of it, the middle is all, there was the final part of the Yarn Bee sugar wheel. So I basically used up 4 sugar wheels, and then this yellow is the same yellow that I used to join the squares, and then I went around the Afghan with this I Love This Yarn yellow. And then you see that cute bobble edging that I did. And Teresa Patton did the same edging on her mom's Afghan that she made her for Mother's Day. But I just love this. I learned this one from Daisy Farm Crafts. I will link that tutorial down below, but that is my pillow. So I thoroughly enjoyed making that, and I'm just socking that away to be a gift for a specific person. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna hold out till the end of the year and give it to her for her Christmas birthday gift, or if the next time I see her, I'll be so happy to be able to see her that I'll just go ahead and give it to her. I don't know, but the item, as I was making it, it actually told me who it was for. So it's definitely for her. So that is my first finished object. My second one is the actual finish of the tote bag, the first one that I made for Rose's charity drive. And I'm going to insert video in here as well so you guys can see it all through the progress and to the finish. And then when I come back, I will show you what it looks like in person. All right, guys, I started this last Sunday, and this is the beginnings, just holding together 3 strands of variegated yarns, and that is the base. And I totally winged this thing. And at this point, you can see I've used several different yarns and just kept holding them together, and now it's done. I did the handles a certain way. I learned from the crochet crowd, sort of. And here's the bag. It came along really nicely. It's got a weird bottom though. When you start putting things into it, it's kind of weird at the bottom, but it's still fun. You can fit a lot of stuff in this bag. As you can see, I chocked it full. And there it is standing up. Fun times, just a little close-up of some of the yarns I used. I used a herringbone half double crochet, and I sewed in this lining hand sewn. I'm not that great at this, but it was the only way to do it with this bag being so thick. And then that crab stitch is the Madonna Ballard way I learned from Z. And this is the final shot of the bag. It was super fun to make, and yeah, it was fun. I'll make more. Bye, guys. All right, so let me show it to you. And here it is in all its humongous glory. It's huge, guys. Look at it. And this one was truly scrappy. This was definitely holding 3 strands of everything together. I found a tutorial on the Crochet Crowd regarding how to do the handles, but what I did differently, and really not on purpose, is the Crochet Crowd chained like 100 and then made it and folded it over into a handle. I chained something like 10 or 12 and then went short rows back and forth and then folded it over. So very different, but same. I wanted to make crochet handles. So, and then, sorry guys, I'm like knocking stuff around. As you can see, it's super big, and I lined it with some polka dotty flannel that I had, because I didn't want any, if somebody's going to use it and have small things in it, I wanted it, even though it's pretty dense and you may not really need it to have lined it, I went ahead and did that because that'll strengthen the bag anyway. And so if you could see right here, you could see my terrible, I'm not good at it, but the only way for me to actually line it was to do it by hand, and I'm a terrible hand sewer, but I'm going to get better because I like making these bags, and I'm hoping that if I can get the design together, I can maybe do a tutorial. So we'll see, which means that I'll do more, which means I'll get better at hand sewing in my lining. So that is how that worked out, and I just absolutely love it. And for this one, like I said, it was completely scrappy. Hold on one second. Okay guys, we had a little interlude. My son had to get food and we're talking a little bit, and I was waiting for everybody to be quiet so I can keep going. I wish I lived in a bigger place and I could go to another room, but it's just not possible. So if I'm gonna get the videos out, I just have to go for it. That's pretty much how it has to go. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. Anyway, that's it. So the only thing about this one that I felt like was a little bit off is the way I decreased. I really did want it to be kind of shaped like this, but the way I decrease when you put stuff in it, well, you'll see it in the you saw it in the clip. It sort of pooches out these sides like that. Kind of weird. But it's still very usable and very cool and very hefty. And I think it came out fantastic. And I know for sure, clearly, there are more of these in my future. So that's that for that. Then I want to talk about really quick Hook and Stitch Live with Kim and Chris. The next episode will be on June the 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And so what I want to do in some of my videos leading up to it is sort of explain some of our segments so that we can get you excited about being a part of our segments. So last video I already talked about a couple, but this time I think I'm going to talk about two. One new one that I just came up with because I have something to show. And also I want to explain one of the ones we've been doing. The one we've been doing, one of the ones we've been doing, actually two. Hooks in Progress. And Hooks in Progress is basically the section where we talk about our WIPS. Chris and I will just show one of ours. And so generally you will see most of our WIPS and things on our regular show. But on our live, we will always share one of ours. And I think I may have shown that pillow as my WIP. Did I show it as my WIP? I think that's why it sounds like it feels like I already showed it to you, because I think I may have shown it as a WIP there. So maybe, I don't remember. But we show one WIP each, and then we welcome anybody to come on and show a work in progress that they are working on. So June the 6th, get ready, get camera ready, or don't get camera ready and just aim your camera at your project, and we will still bring you on the show so you can show what you are working on. And we've been able to see some people's WIPs and things, and we would love for a few more of you to jump in and jump on the show and share some of your things. And then the other segment that I wanted to talk about is my news that so that was Hooks in Progress. And then we have I think it's called Stitches Finishes, or Finishing Stitches. And that is where we show our finished objects. And so again, Chris and I will show one each if we have one. And then we will invite one of you guys to come on, or two or three, depending on who's available and who wants to come on and show something you recently finished in the last week or so, or since you've seen us last on the show. So within the last 3 weeks, even if you've had a finish that we haven't seen, you can pop on the show and show us that. So please, if when we put the call out, and if you want to come on, we will be putting out posts and things throughout the week leading up to it, so that you can say, hey, I want to come on and show one of my projects. So those are the two sections I wanted to share about it. So for like our last show, for my finish, I showed this. And it is just a crochet beaded bracelet. And Christi and Christi Cook from Teadoddles have another crochet along going on called the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. And for this month, they are doing jewelry. So they have a theme every month to use up your scraps, and they are doing jewelry. And so I actually, when I was kind of trying to organize some things, I think I was trying to find something. And in the process, I had to end up organizing some things. And in the process of that, I found this half-done project. And so as you can see, you can actually wear it as a necklace or a bracelet. I just happen to be wearing it, as a bracelet, which I like better. I like bohemian, kind of handmade looking things. And so there you go. That was my finish that I showed on the show. And I saved the rest of my things to show you here. So, yeah. those are my finishes. Oh wait, no, I'm on to the segments of our Hook and Stitch Live. So I came up with a new segment called Stitches Shenanigans. And this will be a segment where we show things that we are working on that are not knitting, not crochet. You know, I'm the Crafty Nomad, so I do all kinds of things. And so I thought, oh, sometimes I can show some of the other things that I'm working on. And so right now I'm going to show you something that would for sure fit into a segment like that. This is an old whip, and I posted on Instagram. You know, when your Instagram feed inspires you to pick up an old whip. So this is a weaving, and I have progressed since I picked it up. When I first picked it up, I didn't have any raya knots. I just had the plain weave that's up under here. I don't know if I could make it so you can see the plain weave. No, not once you put the raya knots on. It's too hard. But anyway, this will make a small piece. And it comes off of here. This is like an 8x10 called a flexi loom. And if you can see it, you can see it's bowing out. It's kind of flexible. Flexi loom. And I'll link it down below because this little loom right now is about $8 on Etsy. So I paid 10. So she's got it on sale right now. And you can go over and get you one. So with this weaving, my plan was that I had this is one of the Karen cotton cakes that when they first came out with cotton cakes, that they weren't nearly they didn't have the type of yardage they have on them now. But I really like this colorway, and I made a unicorn, I think, out of this colorway in the past. And I had one more ball left, and I decided that for this weaving, I would only use this. So, yeah, you'll be able to see that progress. Probably by the time we record Hook and Stitch Live, this will be done. So, a little bit of hand weaving there. Another way to use up all that yarn stash that you have, and if you don't want to purchase a whole thing with as far as weaving looms, there's a lot of looms even smaller than this, and even as affordable as this to be able to get started. So that's that for that. And I think that's going to be all of my projects. The last thing that I want to do is show you guys that I got a package, and I decided I actually got 2 packages, but one of them I won't open up because it's a whole swap thing, and I want to wait till my good buddy Pam gets her package from me, and then once we're both ready, once she sees it, hers, then I will open up mine. So, but this is my package from Christi Cook from Teadoddles, and it's the Mini Maker Bag Club, and I'm fortunate to catch it again this month. I've been catching it, so I'll be on it. I think I caught it for the next month too. So anyway, so let's see what it's like, because I did not watch the spoiler. I wanted to be surprised, so let's see what she got in here. All right, so every month there's a theme. This one is called Let's Cook. What is this? She put in some really, and mine got all beat up, but she printed up some cool things, and this was for the month of May. And we get the back. The theme was inspired by her mother, who loves to bake delicious cakes and cookies, and she loves to eat them. So she thought it would make a great theme for the club bags this month. So I can't wait to see what this thing looks like. But she gave us as extras recipe cards and a scrapbook recipe page and gift tags. And so mine, unfortunately, Christi, got beat up because they just stuffed it in my mailbox, but that's okay. So that's one, a scrapbook page. Recipe cards, such a great idea. And then and it's all printed on cardstock, so I can use it. I can iron it and straighten it out. And homemade and made with love gift tag. So that was really, really sweet and a really great extra. Then we get, ooh, I'm very excited about this. We got some Lorna Doones. I don't know if everybody got these. Maybe everybody got Lorna Doones, or maybe we got something different, but I'm excited to have these. And let's see, and then it's packaged like this with a little thank you. And yeah, I don't like the spoiler. I wanna get the bag and get excited once it comes. And so here, oh my goodness, it is super pretty. So you get, always Christi gives a tea, and then the charms that she calls, what does she call them? Maker charms. So the tea is chocolate and almond herbal tea from Bigelow Benefits. And, oh, a little bit of pure cinnamon. Let's see. A little bit of pure cinnamon. I've never seen this. It says you can pour it into coffee, tea, or other food product and enjoy. That's sweet. It seems like that would go good with that tea. And then we've got, aw, how cute is this? Okay, so here are the charms. I want to be able to show them to you. So you got a, what if I flip it? Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, anyway, you've got, okay, it's right now, a cupcake charm, and then this, if you could see this, it's the cutest ever. It's a little muffin tin. Look at that. Look at that little muffin tin. I thought it was a Lego, but that wouldn't have made any sense. But it is a little muffin tin. So cute. Thank you, Christi. It's a great value. I always think that. Oh, and then there's a little bit of baker's twine that you get, which makes sense for the theme. And then look at the bag. Look at the bag. Okay, so if you're in this club and you didn't get yours yet, don't look. It's so cute. Look at the gingham, the blue gingham. This beautiful print with all of the food theme print. It's got utensils. It's got some baked goods. It's got ingredients. It's got directions, like bake for 20 minutes. It's beautiful box and bottom. Christi is very good at that. And oh my goodness, look at the inside. I'm just going to turn it inside out so you can see. So you can see. Because you can do it either way, actually. It could be either way, I think. But look at the inside. Girl, Christi, you need to charge more money. I shouldn't, I just feel that she should. So guys, don't get mad at me if she decides to. But I think she should. Such a great deal. So much work is put into this, and she is excellent, excellent, excellent maker. So that is that. Fantastic, fantastic. I love it. If I can catch it, and I'm a bag maker, but if I can catch hers, I get one. So you guys should too if you can catch them. So she's fantastic. And she just put out a, I think it's out. I didn't check, but her video yesterday said she was going to put up her advent calendar. She's doing a maker advent calendar, and she has a payment plan available. So run on over there and see if that's something you want to get in on too. I don't know. It may be too late. I don't know, because people love Christi, so who knows. Anyway, I think that I have shown you everything that I need to show you, and I talked about everything that I plan to talk about today. And so I think that's going to be it. Don't forget, join us on the cow. Like, people are putting this Lost in Time shawl together really quickly, so you still have time to start one and go on over to Christi's page and post your project progress pictures. There's all kinds of flash giveaways connected to this on her page, which I will definitely link down below. If the video uploads and you get there and you don't see it, it just means that I'm still working on getting all of my links and everything in, but they will be linked down below. Don't forget to get ready for the next episode of Hook and Stitch Live with Kim and Chris, which will air. We will broadcast on June the 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific. So please, there will be a placeholder at some point put up where you can just hit it and give yourself a reminder. And I think that is it. That is all. I will also link my Etsy shop down below. And maybe I better show you a couple of new things that are in my Etsy shop right now. Hold on one second. All right, final little piece. So guys, I had this idea years ago. I think I had the idea in 2016 that I wanted to make up some crafty themed funny mugs. And I did do 2 back then, but I never really listed one of them. So I finally, I don't know about for you guys, but a few different things are sort of crystallizing for me during this lockdown situation about how I want to move forward with my life. And one of the things I want to do is get my Etsy shop with things that all my ideas. I really want to go for some of my ideas. And so this is one of them. So if you watch the Hook and Stitch Live with Kim and Chris, you've already seen these, but I wanted to show them here in case you missed it. So we now have merch. We have the Hook and Stitch Live mugs with our logo on there. If you can see that. This is a 15-ounce mug. It comes in 11 ounce. And I have the design on both sides. So left-handed or right-handed, you get to see it. And then I have, this is the 11 ounce, and I'll use this one today, and I'm going to use it again, so it's a little wet, but it says all you need is yarn, and it has some yarn and knitting needles. It's one of my first designs right here, and this one was more recent. And so you can see the difference between the two sizes, 11 and 15 ounce. So all of them will be available. I will throw up some pictures in here of some of the other designs. I have at least 2 others in there right now, actually 3. And I'll flash those in at the end as well so you can see them. And my Etsy shop will be linked down below. But I'm very excited to have moved forward with this idea. And I hope you guys love it. If you want one, just go ahead and click and see if there's something over there that you like. Anyway, thanks for joining me, everybody. Thank you for always hanging in there with me, helping me to continue to grow. Our numbers continue to grow. So if you are here for the first time and you are not subscribed, or you've been here many times and you've just been in the shadows sort of lurking, come on and subscribe and join the fun. Join my Facebook group, the Crafty Nomad Podcast Facebook group will be linked down below as well. And yeah, come on in, comment down below, let me know what you've been working on. Let me know if you stop by my Etsy shop, which one of the things you like the best over there. And for sure we will have more bags coming into the shop soon. And yeah, just comment down below and say hi. Let me know you stopped by. I really enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. I really appreciate you taking the time to leave a comment and spending some of your precious and valuable time watching my show. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.